As you all know, trials are necessary for evaluating the efficacy and safety profile of drugs, devices, and other therapies. Most trial-related activities require in-person visits to evaluate participants and collect data. The need for in-person visits increases participant burden, discourages many people from participating in trials, and also increases the duration and expense of conducting these trials. In fact, only a minority of patients actually participate in a clinical trial. Hello, my name is Adil Barucha. I'm a gastroenterologist and the director of the Office of Clinical Trials at Mayo Clinic. On behalf of my co-authors, it's my pleasure to share this podcast of our article on measures that we took to keep the wheels turning for clinical trials during the COVID-19 pandemic. When COVID-19 struck, trials came to a grinding halt. Fortunately for the research community, the FDA and the NIH worked with lightning speed to issue guidance that allowed sponsors and trial sites to take measures that ensured the wheels kept turning, while at the same time ensuring compliance with good clinical practice. This guidance addressed several issues such as informed consent, scheduling laboratory tests, and dispensing of study medications that allowed research to continue safely. Institutions and study sponsors implemented several modifications to overcome these challenges. Our study provides hard evidence about the effects of the pandemic on clinical trials and how the research community can overcome the challenge. At Mayo Clinic, prior to the pandemic, most research studies documented informed consent in person and via hard copy. At the outset of the pandemic, we pivoted to make several changes that were designed to simplify trials for our patients. The three key measures were replacing paper with digital consent, replacing on-site visits with remote visits, and replacing on-site with remote monitoring for study monitors. And these measures actually made a difference. Between February and April 2020, new consents had declined by over 80%, but by November 2020, they had doubled compared to the pre-COVID numbers. The proportion of electronic consents also doubled from 22% before to 45% during the pandemic. To emphasize, even video consents requires a conversation to discuss the potential risk and benefits of the study and the study procedure, either with the participant in person or remotely between participants and study teams. And the number of televisits and video visits also increased strikingly after COVID. So to summarize, COVID-19 has disrupted the status quo in clinical research and provided a catalyst as none other to hasten the adoption of electronic and other solutions for clinical trials. In the long term, these solutions may foster participation, especially for people in low-income minority and underserved communities who have been disproportionately affected by the pandemic and are less likely to participate in trials. I hope you enjoy the article and look forward to your feedback. Please stay safe and be well. Thank you again for listening.
We hope you found this presentation from the content of our website valuable. Our journal's mission is to promote the best interests of patients by advancing the knowledge and professionalism of the physician community. If you are interested in more information about us, our homepage is www.mayoclinicproceedings.org. There you'll find access to information for our social media content, such as additional videos on our YouTube channel or journal updates on Facebook. You can also follow us on Twitter. More information about healthcare at Mayo Clinic is available at www.mayoclinic.org. This video content is copyrighted by Mayo Foundation for Medical Education and Research.